Yo guys, what's up? How are you doing? Today we're gonna recap my trading day because I made around like just 1k in total profits. This was pretty much break-even day for me, you can say like that, because I saw that market conditions were not the best. ES was pumping, as you can see, ES was pumping like crazy, while NQ was just like sitting around here, and that's why I decided to size down and just trade across 8 accounts and not all of them. And as you can see, I took 1, 2, 3 and 4 trades, 4 executions total. This was just like excellent break even, but I took 4 trades and made around 1 risk to reward in total. So I'm just gonna remove this real quick so we can go through every single thing from hard time frame to lower time frame. So I'm gonna delete everything. So guys, we are gonna start from the 4-hour so you can see what I was looking for. So pretty much I didn't take any trades before 10 a.m. because I was waiting to see how this candle closure is gonna close this 10 a.m. reversal. And guys, you can see that we made the market came here back to this bullish fair value gap, and immediately after we came to this bullish fair value gap, I'm just gonna replay the price. We had instantaneous move to the downside, and the same thing happened on the 1 hour. And I was like, when I saw this closure, I was like, okay, we are so bullish right now. I'm not gonna even look at shorts, and we have these relative equal highs here, this high over here, and if we go to the 5-minute, you can also see that kind of we have low resistance liquidity resting above these highs. So my overall drawn liquidity was bullish, and I was targeting these highs. This is my main drawn liquidity. On the 5-minute, I didn't have any entry, but on the 3 minutes, you can see over here. So market came here, set the liquidity, and then instantaneous move to the upside, and we left this bullish tiny, actually this was not tiny fair value gap, but we left bullish fair value gap plus BPR, balanced price range, which is the best PDRA in the market that you can have. Market came here, and you can see we respected this gap, and I was like, okay, we have inversion, we are respecting bullish gaps, drawn liquidity is higher, we have pretty much everything aligned, and my entry was here. I was targeting 1-to-1 like this on the first play, and my stop loss was underneath this low because I was really not expecting for price to come to this like last fair value gap, because market was really pumping to the upside. And as you can see on the ES, we had, I think that you can see also ES over here. ES was literally pumping like crazy, and I was like thinking, if market really comes back to this fair value gap, I think that I failed, that I don't even know when is the next drawn liquidity. So pretty much here was my stop loss. So if we play the price, you can see I got stopped out by a point. Look at these guys right now. Here we go, boom, I got stopped out. Let's measure this actually. So I got stopped out by like 3 points, and after I got stopped out, after this fair value gap got respected, you can see we got moved straight to the upside, and take profit got hit at the end. I was like thinking, after I got stopped out, I was thinking like, okay, we have still these highs, we have still these LRLR, so I'm gonna try one more time. And then I saw this fair value gap, and I was waiting for this to be inversed. Still we don't have inversion, and then we chopped around like this, but I was still looking at this, and then boom, instantaneous move to the upside, really good momentum. Stop loss was around here, and I was targeting again 1-to-1 to be a break even, and as you can see, I got my TP smashed literally in a few seconds. I think it was less than 1 minute. Then I was still looking. You can see that we still have this LRLR, as I was thinking like, okay, maybe in the last macro we are gonna get something. I was still waiting, and then we have this 3-minute gap over here, as you can see, and I was thinking, okay, if this gets inversed, I'm gonna enter, because we have sweep of this liquidity inside of this bullish fair value gap. And I was just patiently waiting for this to be inversed, and I was expecting displacement through this fair value gap. So if we play the price, I was waiting, and boom, when I saw this, I entered immediately here. My fill was actually so good, it was around here, stop loss underneath, and I was targeting again 1-to-1. Actually not, I was targeting this tiny high inside of this bearish fair value gap, and my break-even point was here. So if we play the price, you can see break-even point got hit. At the same time, ES also inversed that gap. As you can see, it's this gap over here. We inversed with really good displacement. That's something that you need to pay attention to. You always, if you are trading IFGs, inversion on the fair value gaps, you always need to wait for that to good displacement. So that's pretty much how you can increase your win rate. And I was thinking like, okay, still we have one more macro. This LR is still standing here. I'm gonna wait for another entry because I'm already 1 hour in profits. No, actually I was still at break even, minus 1 hour, plus 1 hour, and then break even trade. Then I was waiting to see 1 minute. I think I was on the 1 minute, and then I saw these guys over here. So look at this. We saw this last fair value gap. And I think my entry was here. ES also inverse that gap. My entry was here because I was waiting for ES to inverse. ES was so bullish, so pretty much I was following the ES today more than NQ. Stop loss underneath, and I was targeting again this fair value gap like this 1.2 risk to reward, a little bit more than 1-to-1. And if we play the price, boom, it got hit. And also my last drawn liquidity, which was this LR, and this high got hit. So if we play the price, boom, you can see I didn't hold because that's just not how I trade usually, and I'm more than satisfied with 1-to-1 and 1.5, something around there. As you can see, execution marks, all the executions, and here are the profits. I know I sized down a little bit because market conditions were not the best. You can see we chopped around literally for the whole day, so I decided to scale down, and I made around just like 1k, which is pretty much break-even day for me, but it is what it is. Still we are in positive risk to reward, still we are green on the day, so that's all I care at the end. So that's gonna be it, guys, for today's recap, and I'm gonna see you in another one. Peace.